Hey moneymakers, welcome back to the channel. Are you tired of getting whipsawed by the market? Sick and tired of seeing your portfolio in the red? Listen up, because today we're going deep into the world of Doji candlestick patterns, your secret weapon for spotting market reversals before they happen and making a killing. These babies are your ticket to outsmarting the rest of the herd and raking in the profits. We're talking about 4 powerful variations of the Doji, each one a telltale sign of a potential shift in momentum. Forget the crystal ball, forget the fancy algorithms. Doji patterns are like having a direct line to the market's gut feeling, and I'm gonna teach you how to read them like a pro. So buckle up because we're about to unlock the power of the Doji and supercharge your trading game. Let's get started. Alright moneymakers, let's kick things off with the foundation, the building block of all Doji patterns, the standard Doji. Picture this, the market's been on a tear, charging higher like a bull on parade, or maybe it's been in a free fall, crashing harder than a busted IPO. Suddenly, bam! A standard Doji pops up on the chart, looking like a little plus sign, a pause in the action. Now, what's this little guy trying to tell you? Indecision, pure and simple. The bulls and bears are locked in a stalemate, a tug of war with neither side gaining the upper hand. It's like a heavyweight boxing match where both fighters are throwing haymakers, but no one's going down. See, the open and close prices are practically identical, forming that tiny little body of the Doji. Think of it like the market taking a breather, catching its breath before the next move. But don't let this little guy fool you. He's packing a punch when it comes to signaling a potential reversal or at least a pause in the trend. Now, I'm not saying every time you see a standard Doji, you should hit the panic button and dump your entire portfolio. No. What you need is confirmation, my friends. Confirmation! Look for the next candle. The one that comes after the Doji. Is it green? Bullish? Is it red? Bearish. That next candle will tell you which way the market's about to break. The standard Doji is your heads up, your early warning system, giving you precious time to react and profit. Remember, a Doji after a strong uptrend, watch out below. A Doji after a brutal downtrend, get ready for a bounce. But always wait for that confirmation candle before you make your move. The standard Doji is all about recognizing that the market doesn't move in a straight line. It's about respecting those moments of indecision and using them to your advantage. Master the standard Doji, and you'll be one step ahead of the game, ready to capitalize on whatever the market throws your way. So, keep your eyes peeled for those little plus signs on your charts, moneymakers, because they could be the difference between leaving money on the table and walking away a winner. Hold on tight, moneymakers, because we're about to dive into the deep end with the long-legged Doji, the daredevil of the Doji family. This pattern is like a shot of adrenaline straight to the heart of your trading strategy. Remember that little tug of war we talked about with the standard Doji? Well, the long-legged Doji is like that same tug of war but on steroids. The bulls and bears are going at it tooth and nail with neither side willing to back down. And those long shadows? Those are the battle scars, the evidence of the intense struggle for control. This pattern screams indecision, but it also whispers opportunity, especially at those critical market tops and bottoms. You see, when the market's overbought or oversold, when everyone and their grandmother is either euphoric or terrified, that's when the long-legged Doji can be your secret weapon. Imagine this. The stock market's been on a rocket ship to the moon. Everyone's buying, everyone's making money, but then, bam! A long-legged Doji rears its head. The bulls try to push the price higher, leaving a long upper shadow, but the bears claw back, sending it crashing down, creating that long lower shadow. The open and close? Practically identical, just like a regular Doji. That's the long-legged Doji telling you, hold your horses. This rally might be running out of steam. It's a warning sign, a flashing red light that the party might be coming to an end. Now, just like its calmer cousin, the standard Doji, the long-legged Doji needs confirmation. Don't go hitting the sell button just yet. Wait for that next candle. If it's red, if it confirms the bearish reversal, then, and only then, do you unleash the fury and short this market to the ground. But remember, moneymakers, the long-legged Doji is a double-edged sword. It can also signal a powerful reversal to the upside after a brutal downtrend. Imagine the opposite scenario. The market's been in a free fall, everyone's panicking, everyone's selling, but then, BAM! That long-legged Doji appears, a beacon of hope in the darkness. The bears are trying to push the price even lower, but the bulls are fighting back, and that long-legged Doji is the evidence. Wait for that confirmation candle, and if it's green, if it confirms the bullish reversal, then back up the truck and buy. The long-legged Doji is a powerful tool, but it's not for the faint of heart. It takes guts to trade this pattern, to trust your instincts and pull the trigger. Alright, moneymakers, let's talk about a Doji pattern that gets me fired up. A pattern that screams opportunity, the Dragonfly Doji, the king of bullish reversals. Picture this, the market's been stuck in a downtrend, negativity is everywhere, everyone's convinced the world is ending, but then, BAM! The Dragonfly Doji emerges from the ashes, a beacon of hope in the darkness. Now this ain't your average Doji. The Dragonfly Doji has a long, lower shadow, like it plunged into the depths of despair. But then something incredible happened. The bulls, those brave souls, they stepped in and said no more. They fought back against the bears, pushing the price all the way back up to the opening price by the end of the trading session. That long, lower shadow, that's the bears' failed attempt to drive the price down further. The fact that the Dragonfly Doji closed at or near the opening price, that's the bulls flexing their muscles, showing the bears who's really in control. Now, just like with any Doji, confirmation is key. But when you see a Dragonfly Doji after a prolonged downtrend, especially near a support level, your spidey senses should be tingling. This is a strong signal that the tide is turning, that the bulls are ready to charge back in. But don't take my word for it. Wait for that next candle. If it's green, if it confirms the bullish reversal, then buckle up, because we're going for a ride. The Dragonfly Doji is your ticket to catching the bottom of a downtrend, to buying when everyone else is selling, and riding that wave of bullish momentum all the way to the bank. Remember, moneymakers, the Dragonfly Doji is a powerful signal, but it's not foolproof. Always wait for that confirmation candle before you make your move. But when you see that Dragonfly Doji, especially in the right context, don't be afraid to be bold, to be decisive, and to take advantage of the opportunity before it flies away. Alright, moneymakers, brace yourselves because we're about to explore the dark side of the Doji family, the Gravestone Doji, a pattern that sends chills down the spines of even the most seasoned traders. Imagine this, the market's been on an absolute tear, a rocket ship headed straight for the stars. Everyone's euphoric, everyone's making money, but then, BAM! The Gravestone Doji appears, casting a long, ominous shadow over the market. Now this ain't your average Doji. The Gravestone Doji has a long upper shadow, like a tombstone reaching up towards the heavens, marking the grave of the bullish trend. The bulls tried to push the price even higher, but they were met with a wall of selling, a force so powerful that it drove the price all the way back down to the opening level. That long upper shadow, that's the bulls' failed attempt to conquer new highs. The fact that the Gravestone Doji closed at or near the opening price, that's the bears flexing their muscles, showing the bulls who's really in control. Now, just like with any Doji, confirmation is key, but when you see a Gravestone Doji after a prolonged uptrend, especially near a resistance level, your gut should be screaming at you to take cover. This is a strong signal that the music is about to stop, that the bears are ready to unleash their fury. Don't be fooled by the euphoria, moneymakers. The Gravestone Doji is a warning sign, a harbinger of potential doom for the bulls. It's telling you that the uptrend is losing steam, that the bears are licking their chops, and that a reversal could be imminent. But don't take my word for it. Wait for that next candle. If it's red, if it confirms the bearish reversal, then it's time to hit the sell button and run for the hills. The Gravestone Doji is your chance to protect your profits, to avoid getting caught in the inevitable downturn, and maybe even profit from the bear's rampage. Remember, moneymakers, the Gravestone Doji is a powerful signal, but it's not a guarantee. Always wait for that confirmation candle before you make your move. But when you see that Gravestone Doji, especially in the right context, don't hesitate. Take action and protect your hard-earned capital. There you have it, moneymakers, a crash course in Doji candlestick patterns. We've covered the basics of the standard Doji, the volatility of the long-legged Doji, the bullish reversal potential of the Dragonfly Doji, and the bearish warning signs of the Gravestone Doji. Remember, these patterns are your allies in the market, your secret weapons for identifying potential reversals and making informed trading decisions. But they're not foolproof. Always wait for confirmation from the next candle before you make your move. Now get out there, study those charts, and start using the power of the Doji to transform your trading and supercharge your profits. Happy trading!